Last year, a robo-advisor powered by AI outperformed the average human financial advisor by over 2%. And yet most people planning for retirement have never even heard of the tools making this happen. That's not a coincidence. It's a gap. And today, I'm going to close it for you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how AI is being used in retirement planning right now, what it's genuinely good at, where it still falls short, and the 3 specific things you should do today to use it to your advantage.
I'm a university finance teacher and data analyst. I spend my days analyzing financial systems.
And what I'm seeing AI do to retirement planning is one of the most significant shifts in personal finance in the last decade. But before we get into the tools and tactics, I want to show you something that genuinely surprised me as a data analyst. A single number that explains why most people's retirement plans will quietly fail, even if they do everything they were told to do. I'll get to that in a moment. Let's start with what's actually changed. 5 years ago, retirement planning software meant a spreadsheet, or if you were lucky, a paid tool that calculated when your money would run out. That was it. Today, AI-powered tools are doing something fundamentally different. They're running thousands of simulations called Monte Carlo analyses, scenarios that account for market crashes, inflation spikes, unexpected healthcare costs, and they update in real time as your situation changes. Tools like Bolden, formerly New Retirement, and Monarch Money use AI to model your entire financial life. Your savings, your Social Security timing, your tax brackets, your expected spending in retirement. Things that used to take a CFP hours to calculate are now done in seconds. And that matters because retirement planning isn't a one-time decision. It's hundreds of connected decisions. And AI is finally good enough to help you see how they all interact. So here are the 3 areas where I think AI is genuinely changing retirement planning for the better. Number 1, Social Security timing optimization. This is huge. Choosing when to claim Social Security is one of the most valuable decisions a retiree makes. The difference between filing at 62 versus 70 can be hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. AI tools now calculate the optimal claiming age based on your health, your spouse's age, your tax bracket, and your portfolio size simultaneously. What used to require a specialist can now be modeled in minutes. The top-performing retirement channel I studied this week, with nearly 360,000 views on one video, built their entire audience around exactly this question. There is massive demand for this content. Number 2, sequence of returns risk management. Here's a concept most people have never heard of, and it might be the single biggest threat to a retirement portfolio. If the market drops 30% in your first 2 years of retirement and you're still withdrawing money, your portfolio may never fully recover, even if the market bounces back. AI tools now model this risk dynamically and tell you when to pull from cash, when to let investments ride, and when to adjust withdrawals. That's genuinely powerful. Number 3, real-time tax optimization. The window between retiring and your required minimum distributions kicking in, usually ages 59 to 73, is the golden window for tax planning. AI tools identify when you can do Roth conversions, when to harvest capital gains at 0% tax, and how to lower your lifetime tax bill by tens of thousands. This used to be advice you paid a CPA $500 an hour for. Now, and this is important, AI isn't perfect, and I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you where it still fails. First, AI doesn't know you emotionally. It can optimize your portfolio mathematically, but it doesn't know that you'd rather take less risk and sleep at night than chase an extra 1% return. Your risk tolerance is personal. A tool can't fully model it. Second, AI can't predict black swans. It can run 10,000 simulations, but all of them are based on historical data. A pandemic, a war, a currency crisis, these break the model. And third, AI tools are only as good as the data you put in. Garbage in, garbage out. If you don't keep your financial information updated, the recommendations become meaningless. This is why my advice isn't replace your financial advisor with an app. My advice is use AI as a co-pilot, not an autopilot.
Remember that number I mentioned at the start? The one that explains why most retirement plans quietly fail? Here it is, 4%. For decades, the standard advice was to withdraw 4% of your portfolio per year in retirement. Perfectly safe, everyone agreed. But new research and AI-powered simulations are now showing that 4% is dangerously optimistic if you retire in a period of high inflation or low market returns. Some researchers now suggest 3.3% is the real safe number for a 30-year retirement. That 0.7% difference on a $500,000 portfolio means withdrawing $3,500 less per year. That's real money. And it's the kind of nuanced, updated insight that AI tools are uniquely positioned to model, but that most people never see because nobody tells them to look. So what do you actually do with all of this? 3 things, right now, this week. 1. Go to bolden.com. It's free to start, and run a Monte Carlo simulation of your retirement. Just seeing the probability percentage of your plan succeeding is eye-opening. 2. Ask ChatGPT this exact question. I am your age. I plan to retire at age. My savings are approximately age. What are the top 3 risks in my retirement plan, and what questions should I be asking a financial advisor? Use it as a research tool, not a decision maker. 3. Model your Social Security timing before you claim. The AI tools I mentioned will show you the difference in lifetime income between claiming at 62, 67, and 70. For most people, this single decision is worth more than everything else combined.